Doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop. Okay. Everything else should be working now. Go away. Okay. Now, load properly. Load. Load properly. Thank you. So, doing my writs a little bit before we get started because I woke up late. I also have wet hair, and that is why I am the Tiger King potato right now. That is what I figured would cover my wet hair the best. Hopefully it'll dry soon. I can't remember the last time I used a hairdryer because I usually take showers at night and let it dry overnight. I'm weird that way. I should just say I'm just weird. So it is now, I think, the 5th day of election. So that's still going on. Something like that. No idea about whether we'll hear again. I mean, they've been saying we're going to hear today for the last 3 days. So it's hard for me to put any stock in it, but excuse me, I'm a yawny potato. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. It is what it is. I'm kind of worn down from all the anxiety at this point. Like, I just don't even have it in me anymore. Plus, it looks pretty much in the bag. So, it's not something I'm going to worry about too much right now. Sending these over to my other account so I can sell them. Good morning. I think you might be it. I think you're the crew this morning so far. It goes. It goes. Nothing terribly great or horrid. Just sort of getting going. I'm finishing up this writ. And then I'm gonna get going on actually doing stuff. You know, like I'm supposed to. Like I'm supposed to. Alright. I'm not gonna have enough time to do everything I need to do this morning, but that's okay. Excuse me, I'm so yawny. I only just woke up. Usually I am much more on top of things. So yesterday I made a mistake. I was starting the quests in Markarth, and I took a quest right outside of Markarth as on the way in, and I thought it was like a normal quest. It took me until I was through about the first quarter and couldn't get any further and hurt my hands to the point where they were killing me to find out that that's basically the new VMA. It's a solo trial. I accidentally went unprepared to, like, not prepared for a trial, to a solo trial. So that was fun. Dumbass. Ooh boy, that was just not. Oh my god, I can't believe I did that so completely cluelessly. And it ruined my night, and I basically was like, oh, screw this, I'm not doing anything anymore. I just wanted to start the Markarth quests. I didn't want to do a friggin' trial. So that was a mistake. Whoops. No, you don't go. You guys go. Embarrassing. Luckily no one knew. But now I'm telling you, so I guess you all know. Good morning. I was just saying I accidentally started the new trial. not knowing it, thinking it was a regular quest. I'm thinking, this is really hard. Why is this so hard? Gee, I wonder why. Because I'm a dummy. Dummy! Also, yeah, I've been watching, I tried to watch the first game. I could not. Arena. It's so old. It's like watching Doom, like the first version of Doom with or Castle Wolfenstein, where all the textures are so painful to look at. I just couldn't. It was too painful. It was agony to watch. So then I started watching Battlespire. I know, I really wanted to watch it too. I was like, I feel like I'm not really a good Elder Scrolls person here because I haven't, you know, I haven't watched all of the things. But hold on, I know I have more stuff. I don't know what something has happened with a change with I didn't want to admit that to myself either, but it was literally painful to watch. I wasn't, when I accepted that, you know, it wasn't, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm a big old baby, but I don't know. There we go. Wow, they still haven't fixed that, huh? So that was that. And then, so then I watched Battlespire. I found a streamer who was playing it, and that one was a lot less painful to watch, but boring, because all it is this, it's literally hacking and slashing your way through a single dungeon. Hey, Azalea, and all the mobs say the same noise over and over, so it's like, ow, 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 as you hit him, like, and they all sound like that. So it was actually kind of painful to watch, but I did get through it. I did watch the whole thing. I was very proud of myself. Which left Redguard, which I thought, oh, I could download and play Redguard. I mean, the graphics aren't so bad. It's a huge step forward. Maybe I could do that. And then I watched somebody playing it because I figured, you know, before I invest in even the $5 in buying Redguard, I should check it out and see if it's worthwhile playing. And then by doing so, I found out that it is parkour. The whole thing is parkour. It's a parkour game. I was like, seriously? Seriously, guys? Seriously? So, because, yeah, me, parkour, not happening. Not freaking happening. It's a jumper. It's a Mario. Made me very sad. So I watched a lot of the story. I watched the end. And that left me very sad because I was like, you know, after that it's Morrowind, which I finished. Oblivion, which I finished. Skyrim, which of course I've finished many times. And now ESO, which I play every day. So it's like, I feel like I haven't really learned what I wanted to learn from those games. Hello! I expected a far more, what's the word? Complete understanding of the world after quote unquote playing through all the games. So I'm gonna buy the books. There's apparently 2 books that were written, and I'm gonna buy those and see if that fills my understanding a little better. You know? That, and also I'm going to, I know this is silly. It's a silly undertaking that I am doing. I don't even know why I'm doing it. I'm just fascinated. I want to be one of those people who has the answer to the questions we all have. You know, it's like, but why did this happen? Or why is this way or that this way, you know? And it's like, I want to be the person who can answer that. I don't know why. I just do. Oh, okay. No more Tiger King potato. What are we going to be next? Next, we're going to be a ghost. Hi, I'm a ghost. I'm a ghost. So there's that. The books. And so I feel like, okay, so finally not everything is exhausted. I still have places that I can turn to better understand the, you know, everything that's going on. Maybe that'll be enough. I don't know. But I'm frustrated, a little bit upset about it. But we're still going to keep reading lore. And there's still a lot of lore left in Daggerfall, but as soon as Daggerfall's done, we're going to launch right into Battlespire, which has its own lore, which I actually haven't put a lot of time into reading it yet, so maybe that will help. But most of it seems rather basic, like, this is what all of the Daedric gods are, and you know, that this is what they're... A lot of it's repeated from the first game, too. So, that could be... Yeah. Oh, that's okay. Don't be upset. That's the whole point of why it's there. Hi, Matter Page. No, that's why it's there, silly. It's there to make me change it. That's part of the fun. Honestly, Nara, I'm so sorry. I know I thought about that yesterday. I'm a naughty, naughty girl. I did. I raid and run. Are you mad at me? Are you really mad at me? I'm a terrible person. Nara's right. I did. I raid and run. Okay. As long as you're not really mad. I figured you'd just be happy that I dropped some people off with you, but you're right. I'm naughty. I shouldn't be raiding and running. That's terrible of me. I figured we're buds. Nara and I hang out in Hammy, the Real War Hamsters channel a lot, and she's a sweetheart. And we, you know, you just have to have this certain laid back attitude. Oh, okay. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'll be nicer next time and come through. I've just been, you know, I've been hitting the wall so hard when I hit the end of the raid. I mean, the end of the show, that it's like I just drop them off and I'm like, I can't. I just gotta go. So I apologize for that. You're right. You're right. You're right. I'm a terrible person for that. I'll try to be better. It's just so hard lately. I don't know if you're in the US, but it's exhausting. It is exhausting right now. So that's what's going on, that's all. But thanks for understanding. It's just been one of those things. We have a sky. Look at that pretty sky. That's an EHT sky. Seriously, follow Nara. She is a sweetheart. She's not just a sweetheart. She's also, she's got an ASMR kind of aspect to her stream. So she's got, I don't know if you guys know what that is, but it's sort of like her mic is so good and her voice is so good that some people with headphones find that kind of sound is titillating, like it makes the hairs on the back of their neck stand up because it feels good. But other people find it extremely soothing. It's not like I guess for some people it could be a sexual thing, but it's really not. It's mostly just a soothing, calming, pleasant feeling. So if you're interested in that, you really should check her out. That's it. Autosensory meridian response. Okay, thank you, Garish. It's actually really fascinating She inspired me to start my lore stream because of that. I was originally going to do it ASMR, but then realized that it doesn't really work for lore. Not for me, anyway. So, hello, Ere. By the way, folks, today, not the crown crates, that's silly. The crown, going to the ESO Plus. We have a new statue. We have the Morwa. So get that. And remember, get it on EU or NA. Whichever one you don't have as your primary, go get it on the other one, because you can get it on both servers. Just a reminder. Also, Ari has started streaming, and you should follow her as well. I can't do it. Ari, how do you... Ari Heart Illy. There. The other one is, and also Swankery is a streamer. My goodness, all the streamers supporting one another. And they're all people to follow. They're all good people. That's the damn truth. Ari, I don't think I gave you a proper follow yet. Hold on a second. I joined your I don't know. I kind of like the statues. I joined your Discord, but I don't think I gave you a proper follow yet. So hold on a second. Let me give you a proper follow right now, because I'm going to forget. You know me. Airy Heart Illy. Am I stupid? Did I do it? Swag is a lovely human. All right. 82 followers. You know what? You now have 83. If that button click goes through. Go. Yay! Now you have 83. It's that simple, folks. You should be doing it too. Agnamov, hello! Hello! Oh, please. You guys have seen me, right? You know. Hi, Sparrow. You know how much I freak out when I see things that Swankery or other people... I mean, look at me with the snacky yesterday with the giant snake build. About lost my mind over a giant snake build. It's just the way things are. I mean, we enjoy housing. Art makes us happy. No, it's true. It's fun to geek out over people's stuff. Art is fun. I have no shame over it. None. No shame. None. I'm less upset about the statues as I am about Indrix. I'm not getting the last Indrik because I would rather, you know, stab myself in the eye with an Indrik hoof than get another Indrik. I want to show you something cool. Remember yesterday we were talking to Cardi about the little icons that show up over you know, the different tables and everything? And I said I really wanted one for the merchant and the banker because I could never find them. Banker. Merchant. Banker. Merchant. The update was today, and Mr. Cardinal has put that over there. No, it is not, Ethel. That is actually something we spent a very long time talking to Cardi about yesterday. In channel, actually, on this stream, we had a long conversation about it. That's something we want in game, but there is no way that it can't be done in game, and it can't be done. Ooh, okay, now they're off. It can't be done in game, and it can't be done with EHT because of that. So yeah, he did it yesterday because he loves me. Oh shoot, they're all on though. They shouldn't be on. I think it's broken. Oops. I think I broke it. Because I have them all off and it's showing anyway. Oh, I'll show him when if he gets on today, I'll show him. Yeah, it's something we spent, no, all of us, I seriously, like literally everybody who was already in the channel yesterday at that point was saying, we need this. We need some way to set where people come into a house because the houses are so flippin' big right now. By the way, this is gorgeous. Um, um, it was just, I mean, it was just funny that you should bring that up. So all you can do is basically have it teleport you back to the entrance at this point with EHT, with the house, with the just basic stuff that we have already. You really can't do anything in game. I apologize that. Gotta show you. Swinks, do you think it would be okay if I showed our video? Because I literally cried. I literally cried watching it. Do you think that that would be inappropriate to show? Are we not going to show that to people until the contest? I don't want to offend anybody or... Okay. It would be okay, okay. Guys, you've got to see this. I actually cried watching this. Please tell me if the sound is wrong, because it's hard for me to get the sound just right in this kind of thing. So hold on a second. I'm gonna have to mess with the sound a little bit, and you tell me if it's too loud or too quiet. But I actually started crying watching this. Wait till you see this. This is just downright fucking amazing, and I mean it. All right, tell me if the sound's off. Wrong.
Times are tough.
Hello.
This year has knocked many of us off our feet. And just when we need each other the most, it feels like we've never been more divided. But in Tamriel, we have come together from every corner of the map and from all walks of life to make a home for all, no matter what color banner hangs from your castle walls. We push the limits of imagination. And we support each other to reach new heights. We are creators. We are allies. Friendship is our foundation. We are the Divine Design Alliance. There are many houses in Tamriel, but only one place to call home.
It's the entry. It's our entry. Can you freaking believe that entry? Is that not? I cried. I literally cried. So it's not just me. That thing. I'm so. That is how I feel about our entire community. It's like, it was so moving. It was so moving. If that doesn't win, and it's genuine. It's absolutely genuine. It's how we feel about housing, isn't it? It really made me cry the first time I saw it. I was just totally blown away. Oh, it's heart rending. I don't know who did the voiceover. I was asking around. It's just incredible. I It was so moving. It said everything that I feel. So good. So if you want to see it again, it's on my Discord. Swankery linked it in Discord. So it's right in general. If you want the link, you'll see it. It's Swank. You'll see. Did you get to see our video yet? Stabs Tamriel together, and then she linked it. So please, yes, go ahead and take a look. Then Chrysaea sent me the poster. Yesterday. Who's Santacles? They're amazing. Are they an official, like, person? Okay, let me show you the picture. Oh gosh, why are you being stupid, picture? This is the poster. This was sent to me by Chrysaea yesterday. Give me a moment. This. Oh, okay. This is, that's me right there. You see me? Looking all silly with my house in the back. But there's all sorts of, I mean, a whole bunch of us, including a lot of people who weren't in the video, are in here. Oh, that must be, oh. I know the houses, that's the problem. And I can't think of their names. She won the contest, Sea of Stars. There's all sorts of different beautiful homes here. And so you can kind of tell so there you go. You see, we have a whole poster to go with. Oh, Woobin with his bucket on his head. That's funny. Adorable. So we've got the poster and we've got everything else. And it was very cheery and very happy. And it made me very proud. So thanks to everybody who put their hard work into that video and the poster, because it really came out great. And you guys are so dedicated and such wonderful people for really pulling together and making that, because that was amazing. I don't mean to be giving short shrift to this house, because actually it's pretty cool because they broke it up even further. And I'm enjoying that. But it's hard for me to not... What? Is this just a... What is that? Oh, that's why. I don't have this because it's PvP. It's a lead that drops in PvP, doesn't it? I wanted this one, but I can't get it. Sadness. Yeah, no, it's awesome. Very awesome. Very pleased with it. I'm not trying to favor just one guild over another. That's the only one I've seen. Ellison, just a quick suggestion. This happens to me too. What this is your lamp, your cord, your chain for the chandelier you have. Oh, is it from Vivek Dailies? I should be doing them then. I'm a moron. Hey, Cyber. This happens to everybody. I haven't looked, honestly. I thought it was PvP. So what you should do about this is, if you can't lower the chandelier any further, because it will look stupid if you do, I think you could get away with lowering this a little bit. But if you don't want to lower it, what I would do is put a piece of furniture over that. Maybe, anything that can cover it. But I would lower it a little bit and then put the furnishing over that. I think the same here. That happens to everyone. Don't take it personally. Don't get mad at me for saying it. You can even see some chains in my houses that are showing through the floors if you went to, I think, Lynchel. Also, it's on my Discord if you want it. So go ahead and grab it there. Look at this, an entire extra wall. Yeah, exactly. Happens to everybody. I say it this way, and I'm extra careful this way, because there was a criticism lobbed against streamers that someone said that streamers would go into someone's house and point out every single thing that was misaligned and sort of make fun of it. I want you to understand that I am not doing that. This is not me pointing out every small little what I perceive as error and making fun of you. I don't want you to take it that way because it really isn't. And some people take it that way, and that worries me. So far, nobody I've made a suggestion to directly has said that. Most of them have taken it exactly with the meaning that it is, which is, here's how you fix this. This is something that happens to everybody. But I'm sure some of you have read The Flames of Me, in which there are some people who take it the wrong way. I love homes. I love everything you guys do. These are common problems we all run into, so I figured I'd help us all. That's our new little mini statue, by the way, if you didn't pick it up yet, if you have ESO Plus. Also, poor Cardi. He can't turn off the little icons don't turn off now. There's some sort of error that when he added these two, now the icons don't turn on and off. So let me just real quick. Not that I actually think his mail will work, but watch this not go through. Recipient's inbox is full. I'm going to be a jerk here. Hold on a second. I'm going to be a total asshole here and do something I shouldn't do. Because that's how I roll, folks. I'm a jerk. Dabu dee dabo die. Dabu dee dabo die. Okay. Alright. There. All right. Switch filters. Switch filters we shall. All right. What will they be now? Now I'm an elf. Can you tell? Obviously. Obviously. Do you guys... Oh, God. There's some seriously funny memes out there right now about the election, but we won't go into that, but I might link them later. Link them logs. All right. So we've got a crafting area, sales area. I wonder what this would be. Just to sit and listen to the bells area? Look at this pretty little sculpted garden. Okay, you know what's really cool about this? They made use of the grasses that are normally here. Watch. Grass, right? Off. They used the plant grass that's already there. All right. Now we'll put grass back on. We'll do grass ultra. Ultra grass! There you go. It works. Looks great. Smart move. Hi, lady. Boethia. Ferrari. She's selling smuggled items. Of course. She's terrible. Can't be trusted. And here would be where you fight and do your parses, I guess. Although, I don't really know who, like, if there's a specific guy you parse on as opposed to others. Yes! Yes, yes, let me check if it's official. Let me check if it's official. happy. So happy. So happy. So happy. So happy. So happy. Oh, you know what? In honor of him, this is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to do in honor of our new president to be. Okay? This is what we're going to do. You're all going to hate me for it, but I don't give a damn. You have to see this. You have to see this, and you will love it as much as I do. I have to show you something amazing. It is amazing, and you will love it, because I said so. All right? This is what you're going to love, I promise. Not the audio output, dummy. Display capture. Okay. Watch this, watch this, watch
this. Tonight. And then you take a look at the kind of margins that we've won them by.
Hold on.
Frankly, we did win this election.
This is it. This is what.
Just take a look at all of these states that we've won tonight.
Now I need volume.
And then you take a look at the kind of margins that we've won them by. Frankly, we did win this election.
Will you shut up, man?
Listen,
Mr. Vice President speaking.
Watch this and tell me you're not moved. Isn't that flippin' awesome? Okay, so you know what gets me about that one? What really gets me about that is flippin' when you get at the end with RGB and John Lewis, the quotes that they have in there. They have John Lewis saying, "Get in trouble, get in good trouble," and they have RGB there, and then they have Kamala is saying, "I'm speaking," and they have like all the different people with their most powerful quotes, right? It's so amazing. I mean, that whole thing was just like so emotional for me. I watched that video over and over and over. It was so perfect. Because, you know, what's amazing about it is when we first started this, I don't know about the rest of you. You may not know this because a lot of you aren't American, but when we first started this, we looked around and there wasn't a single leader who stepped forward to say, this is what we're going to do. This is how we're going to get through this. No, nobody, not a single damn person stepped forward. And we felt so alone, and we were like, what are we supposed to do? And the sad part is there really wasn't anything we could do at that point. But what you see in that video and what really moved me was that at the end, we had all of these people who fought, some of them until the day they died. John Lewis kept working until he died. Oh, we have no politics ruled right now. We don't care. We're all pro liberal here. It's been open. But they also have, you know, we had RGB who worked, RBG, who worked until the day she died. We had people who gave their lives for us, working and fighting until the day they died. And so, you know, we may not have had leaders at the very beginning, but we certainly got them through the way. And then all the people, I heard fireworks going off in my neighborhood, and somebody was running down the street screaming in happiness. I live in Madison, which is very, very blue. So yes, people are super happy. People are super freaking happy right now. So yeah, it's a great day. Just so you all know that Americans aren't horrible people, Biden had more votes than any other presidential candidate ever in the history of the United States. Over at the last count, 4 million. It's going to be more than that. People, more than Trump, came and voted. This may have been the most voted in election of all time. May have been. So Americans are not horrible people. On the large part, we know, right? So, this is really cool. Thank you so much. Thank you. It's been a hellish 4 years. A hellish 4 years. It really has. So thank you so much. It's going to be... It's not perfect. We have problems. We definitely... Oh my god, all the nimbi. I love this, but the nimbus make it very choppy. I'm sorry to say, but otherwise it's gorgeous. Oh my god, that's horrible! Well, she could do it to herself, but leave the kids out of it. Holy fuck. That's terrible. Good God. Hold on just a second. I gotta go yell at my husband. Did you see?
Yeah.
Did you hear the fireworks and the lady running down the street? We're all happy.
No, I'm aware.
I'm sorry. Mr. Potato is annoyed. I am being loud. Mexico doesn't let us in anymore. they want a wall and they want us to build it. They called the country for Biden. Biden is our president-elect. It is done. It is done, my friends. Deep breath. Perhaps. Wait a minute. I didn't know you had a view of the white gold tower from here. Is that the white gold carrot? Yeah, okay, Fox News. Yeah. You do realize Fox News is Fox Entertainment. They're not really news, right? Look at the effects here. The sky is fantastic. And then you've got the swirl around Boethia. I mean, definitely by Republican interest for sure. And I was reading yesterday that he's going to start his own competing conservative channel, Trump TV. So maybe they won't be so nice to him anymore. I don't know. It's not. What is it? It looks like the white gold tower. Yeah. What's his name? Rupert Murdoch is the leader of Fox, and he's really old. Yeah, they're mad at each other right now because Cardi, problem. I just mailed Ray. I can't turn this off. Look. I mean, I love it, but look, settings, add-ons, EHT, points of interest, off. See? They all still show. Tis bugged. Tis bugged. As much as I love it, it's a bug. Oh no, yeah, see? Doesn't matter what I do. If I put them back on, they stay on. Okay, I figured. That's the only problem I saw with it, but it's so good otherwise. Yay! Yay! But thank you. Yeah, oh no, there was fireworks. There were people running down the street screaming. That my Facebook exploded. It's a wonderful day. So congratulations to you and to me. We made it. I love them. I love them. Oh no, let him out. Ah, we made it. We made it. So happy. So happy together. Okay, so you see this one, guys? That doesn't even look like an effect, right? It is, though. Isn't that gorgeous? Really fun house. I think they said that they knew that, Omnivore. There's a list of 28 bugs that they are aware of that they were going to Silver Mist. Get to. That one, I think, is a known one, if I remember correctly. Yeah. Let me find you. There's a list by Gina of the ongoing bugs that they know of. Bugs. Unless she hasn't updated it. 28 PC known issues. Here you go. Check it out. See if they're in here. If that bug is in there. Yes. Why did they remove it to... There's not 28 here. Did they remove all the rest? I only see 7 left. Oh, I don't know. But there was an ish list. Good luck on that. Just so you know. Yeah. So check them out so you don't think you're the only one. I'm sorry, Tawanta, but that sounds really funny. You're sitting on yours and you just fall over dead. I'm a dragonfly. Fox just came it. Fox just called it. Don't die. I'm sorry, I'm in a ridiculous mood. Total crazy mood. Yep, my friend Griff just messaged me that Fox just called it. Ha ha! That's hilarious. I hope you have a... Oh, I wish you had that on video. Can you reproduce it? It would be awesome if you could reproduce it. I'm not sure what's going on in here, but I'm assuming somebody's just counting their money. I'm sorry, that's terrible. But I'm laughing because it's funny. All right, what haven't we done? We did not do Mavanardus as Lunar Champion. Where was that? I'll try to reproduce it. It'll be funny. I'm just dancing here because of the great videos that are out here right now. Yeah, apparently that doesn't work in the most recent one where you're like falling down and that doesn't even like stop it. Hold on a second. I gotta show you guys one more funny one that I think even too loud, so allow me to show you this real quick. I don't know, maybe they fixed it. I don't know. But watch. You gotta watch this. Because it's funny as hell. This is for Cardi. Isn't that amazing? That one's for Cardi, right there. Oh, it's so funny. Because it's so sassy. Don't you wish? I've been having a blast with the memes the last 2 days. I mean, I have just been dying because the memes have just been hilarious. I'm glad. It's all over the internet. You'll find it if you want to play it all day long. I love the sassy little looks in each direction when they're like looking at LGBT, and then they look at Latinx, and they look at all of the different groups, and then they wink. I love it. I love it. I want to marry them. I'm totally gonna get this entire stream is gonna be like copyright infringement, but I don't give a shit. This is awesome. Look at this holiday one. I'm trying to refocus. I'm sorry. We had to have a moment of celebration, but I'm going to get back to it. And I'm probably distracting Cardi from getting food. But I did want to show him that for fun and enjoyment. Look at this Christmas tree. How pretty. That's not an effect. That's just really awesome. Oh my God, that was amazing. That was amazing. Oh, and there was another one. There was another evil one that was coming out with all of the TikTok girls. Oh shit. I'm sorry. Thank you for letting me know. And then they had the one with all the K-pop people who came out, and they were just all, I forget which one they intercepted, but it was something else. Something else awful that he said that they turned into TikTok. K-pop kids got together and took it over. It was great. This is beautiful. But we'll try to refocus on Christmas. I apologize. It's really, look at that. I've never seen anyone do that before. That's new. Look at that window. They've got this amazing, I don't care that's wobbly. Look at this window. They used the new roller holder, and then they put a display case inside. That's gorgeous. It was so awesome. Oh, what were the K-pop girls? Which one was the one they did? K-pop fans unite to take over White Lives Matter hashtag. That's what it was. The K-pop fans took it over. Yeah, the Leatherman was a satire, but the others did. Oh, I'm sorry. No, the Leatherman thing was a joke, but the Pride guys taking over Proud Boys totally happened. I've seen it personally, so. This is gorgeous. I want to like live here and eat it. Eat everything. If you're living through me, your life is really, really kind of limited, my friend. This is beautiful. By the way, for those of you who don't know, these are the new icons that show up over the merchant and the banker. And yes, that's true, Cardi. That's true. That they normally are not on. I have them on normally, but when I stream, I usually don't. But right now, this is just a small bug that I'm sure will be taken care of quickly, which will you can turn them off when you want. But for right now, we're just going to have them on. And actually, it's a good thing that they're on because I can show you like that they exist and that you should use them because they're really handy. So that's the trade-off for right now. So I don't really mind too much. Cardi, you need to go watch the video if you haven't of DDA. It'll make you're in it, or your stuff is in it. Oh, let's try that. Oh, maybe that's what it is. Maybe you have to turn off both. Add-ons EHD would turn on, off, off, off. Does that do it? Let's go back. Oh, girl, I just showed it. I showed it. Go watch you're in it. Oh, that does turn it off. That's weird. So it's just the major button that isn't turning off. Okay. So thank you for telling me to try that. I tried that and that's working. All right. Works for me. Yeah, okay. Thanks. That's the only bug I found. Yeah, go eat or something. Poor thing. It's gonna make you cry. I'm trying to figure out what crystal that is. That looks really good. Who's out here drinking in the snow? Oh, that's just the normal blue crystal. Okay. Oh, wow. All right. Here's something, folks, for working on your own holiday houses that are coming up. There's a couple of really amazing tricks in here. First one I want to point out to you is that even though they didn't use it here, the Nimbus makes a really good snow look if you want to use it. Secondly, even though the azure light mostly looks like it's underwater stuff, it actually looks pretty fantastic as just almost like a Christmas light snow effect. That looks fantastic. Thirdly, the moon vines are super cheap comparatively and can be used in trees to sort of pretend to be Christmas lights. And then I never really thought about this, but the hanging kelp is interesting hanging, but you could also turn the kelp into a garland. I did that with the long strings of red ivy, but I bet you could do a beautiful blue garland if you did those like on their side like that. I think that would be really cool. So there's some ideas for you if you're looking for nifty tricks to incorporate. Goodness, this is huge. Well, yes. Maybe they were all waiting for the election to be called as well. Because Lord knows I drink. Well, actually, I did a lot of Xanax. I didn't drink so much. I think one night I had some, but for the most part I was... Hold on. I'm getting messages. Ah! No! Yes, I know I'm on here. Aw, my sister said that out by them, somebody bought a confetti cannon and has been setting off snowflake confetti since it's been announced. Aw, that's sweet. I also like the idea of the big blue crystals in like kind of connected to the statues. I think it feels like they're almost like being overtaken by ice or something. Looks really cool. I'm having such a hard time focusing. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying. I'm trying my best. And we've got a lady tree. Hello, lady. The green light works well with the lady tree because she's so natural. I'm blue, da bo dee da bo die. I'm gonna be singing that all day. And probably so will Cardi. Sorry. This is just incredibly creative. More than anything else, it's just freaking creative. I don't even know where we are in the house. I guess we're just... That may have been the hull of the Colossus right there. So then that leaves... Is there another way? No, that was full. No question. If I missed anything, Modern Artist, please tell me and I'll come back and look again. I just have this terrible distraction right now. And I apologize. All right. Up here, we have... Oh, let me just add a note. Okay. Let me go down to favorites. And I do have ones that I've put aside to show you, and then we will go back over to, what's it called? The other side. Back on through to the other side. It's Gandalf's tower. Isn't it amazing? Oh, you're talking about the one for the guild. I cried. A whole bunch of people were saying that they're all crying a little bit. It's like really, really, really emotional. Whoever did the editing too is just a freaking genius. Really, really amazing. That was so touching. Yeah, everybody I know is kind of like, ah, good. All right, so we have a whole bunch of antiquarians saved, so we'll look at those some other time. And we will go over to, apparently so, geez. It's so true too. What I was saying earlier is that like it's true for DDA, but it's also true for our whole housing community. Like our housing community is like that. That summarizes how I feel about us, like as a housing community. I feel like it's so true that it was moving on multiple levels. I mean, honestly, Swankery, his message in that was really the core message of the entire video, right? I mean, so putting that in there was like, you guys putting that in there really summarized the core of everything. I mean, just take it from a dragonfly. Danger is amazing. And I'm going to send them a message telling her that she's amazing. Ah, my eyes. Scropped. Bug eyes. I'm a bug with bug eyes. Oh, it was amazing. Honestly, I don't know how that won't win, but maybe some other people did stuff similar. But that seems like it pretty much summarizes everything we are. Can you tell I'm in a good mood? Cracks me up too. Wow. I'm a goofball is what I am. I'm just in a really good mood and I'm goofy. I'm in a good mood. All right, what's next? Oh, Aya, are you here? If not, we'll look at Shemaran's snow melt. I hardly ever leave the house either. I did go to the dentist the other day, but they had their own breathing apparatus, you know, like recirculating. Oh, thank you. Mwah. I'm just in a good mood and silly. Wow. Whoa. I do have bug eyes. I absolutely have bug eyes. Look at this snow melt. There's rooms in it. This is amazing. How does this snow melt have rooms? Not just one. That's cool, Shamarand. I'm really impressed. With a second floor. This may be the first snowmelt I've seen with an actual second floor. Nice job. Well done. Pleasing. Good job, definitely. Hello, kitty. I do have bug eyes, though. Chinspun, are you here? Cyber Queen is. Let's go to Cyber Queens. You're gonna be singing it on Blue for the rest of the day, just like me, Cardi. Lord knows. It's stuck in my head. You better eat before you forget, Cardi. You know you. You're gonna forget. We're 382 out of 400, so definitely enough to see. What is even... This is wild. I can't figure out what's going on in here yet. Well, Cyber Queen was here this morning. I hope I didn't miss her and now I'm looking at her house without her. Right? There's so much good right now. There's absolutely so much good. Cardi, you also need to watch another video, honestly. I showed it to everybody earlier, but you totally need to watch this. Watch. I'll give you the link. You have to go. Have to. Everybody else will back me up about this video. Hold on. We're gonna mute, and we're gonna. No, stop. Stop. This. Hold on. Absolutely, Cardi, you seriously have to watch this video. Please, watch that. Seriously. You will thank me so much. It may also make you cry. Make sure the sound's on. Put the sound on. Whoop, I won't look at that. All right. We'll look at that some other time. Bum, bum, bum. All right, we've got beautiful flowers. Beautiful colors. Amazing. It's hard to believe that this is Domus. because look at how magical it looks. I think it's because of the roof being daedric rock enclosing it like a cave. It's really so beautiful. What is that? Okay, that's amazing. I need a light. Is it like a break front? So it's just a... Wow, that's an interesting cobble. So that's one of those libraries, I guess Eleanor, with an eagly grate in front of it, items on the shelves, and then a Hlalu clerk desk on the bottom. That's far more complicated than it looks at first look. It's really good. This is cozy. It's beautiful. That cobble itself is, you know, worth the price of admission, seriously. The items you've placed in here make me really wonder who is living here. Right? It's a very interesting question of who is living here, because there's a lot of different types of things. If you would, hold on just 1 second. I gotta check something. All right, handling it. Just 1 second. Had to deal with something right away that was private. Okay. Now I don't have to worry about that. All right, done. Back to the story. Back to the story. All right. So I really want to know who lives here, because this is so I mean, it's very magical. There's magic-y stuff going on, but there's also thiefy and mechanical stuff going on. So who do you... Whoa, that bed is up there pretty damn high. How do you get up to your bed? You must be magical enough that you can just tell your bed to like get down. Please come down, bed. I honestly don't know who lives here. If you have an answer to that, I'm curious. Because this is a very interesting magic-y slash thiefy slash mechanical home. And elegant, no less. All right, what's next? We have not done a Grand Psijic, so we'll go to Deliana's Grand Psijic. Wasn't it? I know, I was so mad he was in there. I was like, why is he there? The rest of it was great, though. I know, it kind of almost ruined it. You know who I wanted to be there instead of him? Was the other gentleman, the other congressman who died. Oh. But I guess they only had live people during that part. I don't know. It was weird, though. I'll give you that. Yeah, don't let them ruin it. The rest of it felt so good. It was such a feel-good video. This is beautiful. Look at the little spots of cabbage flowers. By the way, Cardi, just so you know, I don't know if this will ever come up, but should it, all of us, flat out, all of us, I've not heard a single person not say this that has talked about it, love these cabbage flowers. They are so awesome. They are such a gift. They're beautiful and they're full and gorgeous, and they just work in so many situations, and we love them. So thank you again to the devs for giving us these, because we all should have bought more. we always talk about it. We're like, shit, I wish I had bought more. Those things are amazing. Yes, Cardi, that's what I'm saying. You're right. We absolutely adore them. You know, it's just every so often we should say what we appreciate as well as what we don't appreciate, right? It's important to get that message across, is that, you know, no, we love them. Absolutely. We totally freaking love them. Doop-a-doop-a-doop. I can't get up. I can't get up. Will do. Will handle. Yes. You got it. We love them. We love them. And also, I have pictures of them in a lot of different situations, like some holiday ones, some of them just in totally different situations in which they work. That might help prove my point. Yeah. Good point. Good point. I'll take care of it. Thank you. Good suggestion. Look at this coral little cove down here. I think this is so pretty. That is a good point, sir. Not complaining about the garlic either. But certainly the white cabbage flowers work in a lot more situations, but still. Well, wind is scary to my cat. Well, was scary to my cat before he passed. So yeah, totally get it. The two cats I have now are pretty fearless. Wish they had a little bit more fear in them. They might be better behaved. Well, Van Gogh is scared of the other one, but otherwise, he's not. Look at this prettiness. Oh, so sad. Ba-boo-dee, da-boo-die, da-boo-dee, da-boo-die. All right, down we go. The whole thing is very pretty. It's just with this house isn't so bad, but I'm really dreading having to tour the Airy, the new house, because we went through it yesterday as on the stream, and I honestly got lost so many times. And I was like, how am I going to... I tried going to the left the whole way. It wasn't really possible in a lot of situations. So it's like, that's going to take me a while to learn that one. This is clearly a museum. This has to be a museum. An antiquity museum. Very nice. You need a light in this one, though. Just a little light, because then we'll be able to see what's in there better. Oh, yeah. It's definitely confusing. I think your arrows will be helpful in that situation for people who tend to use EHT and want to use it in that situation. Are these all tables? What are the... Oh, no, they're bookshelves. That is kind of fascinating. They made that with bookshelves. I would not have guessed. That looks really good. It's like a huge console display table. Angled. Wild. He tells you. Beautiful. You know, these flowers in the vases look really good in here. I never thought to use them in here, but that actually makes a lot of sense. Oh my gosh, that could work. That could work. Well, we can do that with EHT, but I don't think that Zoss will ever do it because of the possibility for abuse, Dubes. By the way, hi Dubes, been a while. This is gorgeous. Is that one of those walk-in showers? Oh gosh, yeah. Oh wow, what is this? It's just a giant floral glowy piece. Hi, hi. Again, the cabbage flower is looking fantastic. What's down here? So these long tables are all made with libraries. That's kind of fascinating. Eleanor libraries. That cost a lot of money too, just for some pretty stands. Oh wow, very accomplished person here. Done a lot of things. Jeez. This house is perfect for that. This house is perfect for, like, here's all my achievements and all of my trophies, and this is, you know, it's just basically almost made for showing off things. Again, just a little light in here would help. So we can see what you achieved. Beautiful. Beautiful. Well, yeah, and they fit. They fit in here. And a lovely kitchen. Whereas in some houses, they just wouldn't fit. Oh. And then we have a feast. Delish. Did they close off the second room in this? They did. Look at this very clean close off. What did they use? Eleanor wall stone long. So they added a wall in here. But the way that they put it just behind the edge of the door makes it look like it's actually meant to look like that. Also, they found furnishings that fit just perfectly inside it. I think that's pretty awesome. Well done. You know, I can get out of my Halloween outfit now. And put on my anything else. There we go. Hi. All right, what's back here? That looks good. Oh, wow. That's lovely. Oh, wow. Holy smokes. That's far more than I expected. That's some serious architecture there. So, I'm pretty sure they... Did they actually put in... No, they didn't. That's part of the wall. Wow. So, they've got an entire floor here, obviously, added in. And then, a lot of times you'll see people don't care about making accurate architectural supports. I know Chinspun cares about it, but he's also a builder in real life. But I always kind of appreciate it when people add actual supports. In this case, it also adds a lot to the way that it looks. Yeah. Swanks cares, you know. Sometimes people are just like, it's floating magically, leave it alone, you know. But here, I think it also adds something really to the look as well as the architecture. And the flowers in there, that's just really breathtaking. That is just something else. Look at that. How pretty. What did they use as ground? Oh, they use hedges. So they have hedges as the base, and then glowy plants and cabbage flowers. It looks really good. Bye, Alnabar. Have a good one. And then back here, we have a spot to sit and enjoy the view, which is really quite lovely. Actually, I gotta say, this is one of the prettiest ones Grand Psijics I've ever seen, and I've seen hundreds of Grand Psijics. Not sarcastic, I have seen hundreds of them. This is really, really, really nice. I like it a lot. Good job. No, I get you. No, I totally understand what you were saying there. Cherry blossom, that sounds promising in Gotha. Beautiful. Good job, Deliana, really. Nice punchline to the house, you know? A final spot. Typically what I like to do is put the thing that is the most impressive at the end, or the thing that makes the statement at the end. That's kind of my thing, but y'all can do whatever you like. But oh, wow. The name is accurate. Cherry blossom. Holy smokes, how did they make Cold Harbor look so pretty? See, that works though. Oh, wow. There is a lot to see here. Somebody spent a lot on cherry blossoms too. See what I'm saying about the, hey Blue Cow. See what I say about the Nimbus is that it works in a lot of different situations. It does slow down the computer. I mean, it'll make everything choppy for me for the stream. But it's beautiful, and it does have a good effect. Like if you wanted to make that smoke or snow, you can get away with that. I love them too. They really do slow down my view of things. So we have an incredible area just made specifically for a fountain. Interestingly, they sunk the fountain into the ground. See it? So that you just have this square portion. It has to be, they have to know it, Cardi, because there's this whole thread on somebody saying that it's overheating their PlayStation, that they can't have the Nimbus without it overloading their PlayStation. But especially when somebody has multiple Nimbi, it's basically impossible for me to show it without it choppy. But the problem is if they reduce that in any way, I'm sure they're going to end up reducing the beauty of it, and I'm not sure that I would want that trade-off. You know, let it make my computer a little choppy. I don't care. I'd rather have that. I realize there's more on either side, but let's just go inside and then we'll come back out again. That's fair. That's fair. It is heavy duty, but here's the good thing about it, Cardi. The really good thing about that being brought up is that up until we saw that actually happening, I think none of us truly believed that a 700 count limit made any sense. We were all like, that's just an arbitrary number, blah, blah, blah. But since that Nimbus has been put in, and even without Nimbi, when I'm logging into a house with no effects, but 700 items, I've noticed a lag. And a lag when I'm turning around. In fact, there's one, we'll come back to this in a second. I want to show you something. There's one house that has absolutely no effects in it, but it's this one. Oh, it's not It's John Blacksad's Goronir Forest on NA. I can't go in there. It's all just bamboo, but I can't, and it's full. It's 700 out of 700. I can't go in there without lag, like on my stream. My stream gets slowed down. It can't graphically handle it. So the reality is that yes, it does matter, and while we don't want that to be the limit, there is some logic to it. And so I think I've had an easier time accepting the limits since I've seen the Nimbus and the other slowdowns when you go into a full house. Sadly, but it's the reality. I get it now. I hate it, but I get it. Look at this nice table. Wonderful table using the tops of the sarcophagus. Bees, it's on it's on EU. It's Inca Agatha. If you're on EU or have an EU character. Look at that. Nicely done. Display case. Or display. Those are the Elsewhere bridges. Built up quite nicely. Oh, wow. Yowza. Holy smokes. That's something. Really? I wonder if it's because of Wraithhome's Sky 6. Wraithhome's Sky seems to have some, like game effects, not FX effects, but game effects, maybe post rendering effects or something like that that seem to be stuttery just to begin with. There's definitely something going on either with the Sky or with the Windows, because I get a little bit of a slowdown there too. So I think you've got a really good point there. Oh, beautiful. Look at that. They embedded other corals and other flowers into that coral. Look how gorgeous that looks. And the colors, they're so pastel. And I've got the azure light too. Oh, wow, this is super pretty. Triple layer fountain too. Lovely. Yes, we all love us some Cardi. He listens, he cares. Wait, did I get all turned around? I got turned around. What is this out here? So this must be the back gardens? Oh my gosh, this place is so much bigger than I thought. That's that new chandelier, huh? Honestly, I hadn't seen it before. Interesting. It looks good. I think that could be a great base to chandeliers. There could be some interesting things done with chandeliers. Like, you know, additional items hanging from the sticks or on top of the sticks or something like that. I see a lot of possibilities for that. Oh, crafting little section over here. Oh, nice. All of this is so nice. Glow bugs. You're a glow bug. I don't know what that means, but I'm just saying it. More nimbi. Or another nimbus. Up we go. People sure do love that nimbus. I swear, they must have made a fortune on that nimbus. Look at me. Look at me. Okay, go eat. See you later. Om nom. Oh, Ishabu. You know, I used to say the same thing. We all have got to start somewhere, honestly. They even managed to make Sithis and Dark Mother pretty. I don't know how they managed it, but they did. Yay! And look at this little cozy little nook. Important artifact. Jeez. You know, that's a style too. You can start with traditional, and there's nothing that says that one thing is better than the other just because one thing is traditional and one thing isn't. You know, there's something to be said for traditional style homes. They actually take a lot of skill to get them to look right. And, you know, there's something to be said for that without I don't know. You just not everything has to be eclectic and off the wall and different. Sometimes things can be part of the story, and well, then try doing something really weird. You know, like even if you start by copying someone, you can completely go wow, this place is huge. Another direction. There's that movie, the one that You're the Man Now Dog comes from. It's about a writer who's like the great American author or whatever, and what he does is he's trying to teach this young man who has a lot of talent how to write. And so what he tells him to do is start with just retyping the story that the other guy wrote, and then go with it and let it turn into his own story. So he starts it with the same 2 or 3 lines that the other guy wrote, and then he goes off on his own tangent, which sort of came naturally to him. So the thing is, and that's what I'm kind of getting at. Oh, Thieves Den is even if you start by copying someone's build exactly right, you start that way, then you can just completely go off on your own tangent and say, but I would want it to look like this and this and this. It's a good exercise in how to learn how to be, you know, how to make things. It's just an exercise is all I can say. It's something that you can try if you're having trouble with other ideas. It's just a thought. Where are we? I'm starting to lose steam, man. Let's go to Nyawin's Cyrodiilic. Speaking of, Nyawin is a very traditional builder. Like, Nyawin's stuff is all very traditional, but it's still good. Like, Nyawin, I don't think I've ever seen do really off-the-wall build. Everything is very, almost as if it's built for an individual character of their own. Usually all the furniture matches. Very organized. Exactly, that was my point. They actually take quite a bit of thinking, because you want to follow the style and you want to think about what would this traditional home look like, because it is a different culture, you know? And as you can see here, all of the furniture actually matches. There's a lot of thought given to what this is supposed to look like. And they've put a lot of, I mean, this is an imperial-ish home, or fully imperial, you know. Look at the stacked plates, very normal, stacked bowls, a kitchen, little place to eat, a desk. What would this person have on their desk? This person has a little bit of Daedra going on in here, because while it's an imperial home, that's an imperial carpet, you've got some imperial furniture, it is in fact an imperial house. Like the architecture itself is imperial, but that's the way it should, you know, that is a really big compliment for a traditional homemaker. But take a look at what they've got on their table. They've got molded ball as well as Vivek. And then you've got a Daedric book over here. If you back up just right, there's a, you can see it's a Daedric book. I don't know which one it is, but it's a Daedric book. Take a closer look and you see, isn't that a clavicus vial? I could be wrong. But there's a little bit of something going on in here. And that's really subtle. Right? So I'm impressed. Alright, let's do one more. I don't think we did an antiquarian over here. And then everybody hit exclamation point potato if you're on pcna or pceu. And we are going to check out these are all so big. All right, we'll go to Silvervins, Alpine Village. Okay. I'm not on pcna, but I will write it down. Alberguiso pcna Kajit. Got it. Full Silvervind. We've got a mouse flipping around. Oh wow, somebody, Silvervind completely redid this. It looks like it's going to be a town. We've got a stable. A little bit of snow. Casa Kajit Meow. That sounds adorable. Did they close off the rest of the house? Oh, interesting. They made this into a teeny house. I think we're within a fort. If I had to guess, these look like a fort. Are these ramparts? Yes, we're in a fort. Wow. That's pretty awesome. We're on the ramparts of a fort. And here's the guard room. Wow. What's up here? This must be a tower. Ah! A broken tower. False doors. Doors I can't open. No, false doors. More of the ramparts. Another little house. It's a different way to do a town, is having it be a fort. Looks like somebody's growing their pumpkins out here. And then this is their home. Maybe it's kind of like their take on Markarth, right? I mean, it's clearly not dwarven, but it's got that whole house within a fort feel. That was basically what Markarth is. Okay, so another false door, which is fine. And then we've got a little sty for the horse and peas. A bakery with a handmade oven. Very nice. What's this back room? This must be where the bakers live. Carpets and frames. Really clever. Interesting. Okay, we've got a well. Is that a handmade well? No. A tent over the store. A chicken is wandering around. This must be the blacksmith. So much going on in here. Tailor. Get out of the way. You're annoying. Is this? No, there's other ways, I think. All right. This is amazing. There's so much to it. Okay, so I think we saw all of it because I think that the rest of it is closed off. And it took a lot of items even just to do this much because of how detailed it is. It's kind of amazing. So I'm going to pull the contest. And the winner is Jemima! Yay! So I shall give Jemima those monies. And now let me find out who else is on so I can raid and ditch if it's Nara. I deserve it if it's her. Let's see. No, Nara. We'll drop you off with UESP. They are good peeps. For the people who are lurking. And I will see you all tomorrow. Thank you. Much appreciated. See ya later.